majority of people who graduate college, they're in a position where they're not making a livable wage and they're unable to, I guess, keep up with their
Don't get me
student
started.
loan repayment. But the question I have is two sides, like the sustainability of the student loan business for banks.
Okay, let me explain what you're looking at. A lot of people saying this administration helped us out by canceling the loans. No, they didn't cancel the loans. They just made it so the government pays to the lending institutions the entire balance that you owed plus the interest, not after you've paid it off after 10 years, but all at one time. It saves the lending institution the cost of collection, the attorney fees, the court cost, tracking you down, dealing with trying to levy on your accounts over a number of years to get repaid. They get it all at one time, all of their interest at one time. They don't have to wait 10 years, they get it now. The next thing is embarrassing. The cutoff is $125,000. If you make less than that, you're eligible. If you make more than that, you're not. The tragedy of the situation is middle class in the United States starts at 125,000 and goes up. So that means you're not even middle class, middle class. It means you're something less. Anywhere else in the whole planet world, on the planet Earth, if you've got a 4-year college degree, you're guaranteed to be at least middle class. But in America, you're not. So in other words, you just got chumped off, because the bottom line is if you had 125,000 a year income, which is commensurate with this education you supposedly have, you'd be all right. But they're telling you you don't. So you ain't doing what you supposed to be doing, or you can't. And it's like going to law school. 75% of the people that graduate from law school do not practice law because there's no employment available. And most of them aren't making what they need to even pay off their loans for going to law school. As a consequence, we have a surplus of lawyers who charge exorbitant fees because they don't have the volume to keep the doors open. So they're charging high fees for little work. You have a situation with that, and that's a good example of what's going on. Like, would you go to a doctor's office if somebody referred you to a doctor and you found out that this doctor had never done an internship and never done a residency at a hospital, so everything he got was straight out of the books? Well, that's what's happening in law right now. You have people who are known as prominent civil rights lawyers, and they've never tried a jury trial in their entire careers. You got people like me who tried thousands of cases as a lawyer, let alone as a judge. And then you've got senior members of firms, white and black, who had 5 cases they've tried in 25 years. Hell, you're still a rookie. We had a DA in Memphis, and I was on the bench. 2.5 hours late for his swearing in. You know why? He'd never been to the Criminal Justice Center, had no idea where it is. So he's a DA. We had one person, a woman, who put her husband through law school. He graduated. He supported her. She went to law school, she graduated, took the bar, got sworn in. 4 days after she was sworn into the bar, she was appointed a Superior Court judge, unlimited trial jurisdiction, so the biggest rookie in the whole damn court was the judge, who had never set foot in the courtroom until she was sworn in as the judge. Less than a year and a half, wait a minute, out of law school, she got made a federal judge, and it's not because she was a great scholar, it was just political. So now you got a judge over a federal court that can declare acts of Congress unconstitutional, stay actions of presidents, and they're 18 months out of law school and never practiced law.
I wanted to touch back with the student loan, right? Like in regards to the morale of the society. Isn't it like damaging when you have a whole generation that has an idea that if I go to college, there's no benefit because obviously they have family members.
Yeah,
in the
that's a
past.
problem because you lose out on that rational, reasonable, analytical, objective, detached thought and analysis. You see, that's what they really teach you in college is how to do that. And then it's compounded because now schools are just too damn easy. They are not rigorous. People say, wow, you learned that in law school? No, I learned that in the 5th grade. You know, like what? They used to teach us that in the 5th grade. You know, when I was teaching as a substitute, I taught my 5th graders that, but I didn't like teaching elementary. I preferred junior high and high school. So why is it that 50 years ago you're getting this in the 5th and 6th grade and now you don't even get it in college? What's going on with this picture? Because, oh, it's so difficult, the children will be disappointed. Oh, they should have a certificate of attendance even if they don't get a diploma. No, keep your dumb bunny ass off the stage. You didn't graduate. You don't get to walk across like fronting off like you did because your feelings got hurt. Hurt your damn feelings. Next time you'll try harder.
When did participation certificates start? What year was that?
I remember I was on the Title I committee for this Board of Education in Memphis in 1974. And there was this big pressure then about these children really want it. Well, what have they done? Well, they're participating. Well, so damn what did they achieve? Well, it's not fair to them for their hopes to be dashed. Well, what hopes do they have? They don't have a damn high school diploma. They've got a certificate of attendance. Well, they participated. You see, that was the thing because we were getting something that started about 50 years ago, literally, that said you do not want to impact a child's self-esteem by saying you didn't make it, you failed. Well, you know, the real world used to be a place where if you failed, something ate your ass up and you had a good snack, you know, or a good meal, tender, you know. It meant somebody killed you. It meant you were in poverty. But you see, this entitlement thing was supposed to be helpful, but the entitlement thing backfired because the world does not work on a participation ribbon basis. You know, they don't learn how to be in charge because everybody gets the participation ribbon, but as soon as you get out of high school, you're dumped into this highly competitive world. And nobody has taught you how to compete. You're 18 years old now and you don't know what competition is.